I mean, you compare it to some of the very basic Northside crunches, and you can
falling Oni here, and NRG versus FNC.
really aware of
Get this.
underpass.
It's 3-3 right now, back and forth.
Yeah,
NRG
really
won, I think, one pistol, then Fnatic won the bonus, and then NRG won their other buy, or no, they won the first two, and Fnatic won the second two, and then NRG won the second one, third one, and then sixth one, Fnatic. Let's go!
He doesn't get as far.
Yeah, but it does force them to run away from the showstopper.
Oh my
and again,
gosh,
there's prep there. You saw as soon as Durka goes out, as soon as they get a stun, there's a counter stun out from Fnatic.
No!
Durka gets a kill onto the leader.
Fucking
Durka in the
Durka.
last round, they
It's a
min-maxed the door.
KJ,
Wow, there was
Breach,
only one player
Brim,
up. That means it has
KJ,
a
Fade.
showstopper now.
Sova,
Traded,
Raze,
still healthy.
Breach, Brim,
Stays alive,
KJ.
I'm not really
okay,
sure
so
how.
they used a Fade instead of a Breach.
Close battle. Two players ready to swing through the smoke.
Remember, this
Yes.
is weird buy. It's two stairs.
Get him!
Artist getting one with the frenzy.
Yes!
I mean, what a proper dismantling.
Fuck them up.
And Fnatic is being forced to push through A halls multiple times with
Right.
players who are needed on
got-
the retake through
got
Generator, through
destroyed
Canteen. Alfir and Leo in
through the
this position both
Brim
have ults that
volley.
would have been perfect to be used in Gen.
Save.
And so I'm surprised out of that timeout. You saw a little bit of aggression attempted. Maybe that's why they continue to have that setup over towards halls for those two players. Specifically for the Sentinel. The KJ of Alpha here. But you can see how easy it is for them to start maintaining this push here. And they're collecting the guns as well. Remember when I mentioned that they could push through that smoke? Those are two players with only frenzies. And the second light buy win for NRG now. Right there. Crashes, by the way, in that first one, we thought he was a big key point of why they might win that, but he hasn't used his ult yet.
The one real opportunity he had, they secured the round before it was fired off. Artist on the reposition, feeling pressure on the northern side, and it's going to be another hit towards B. This time, Chronicle finding gorgeous timing, and Durka does too. It's back and forth again. There's just no backing down from either of these sides.
Over and over, too. This is not heroics from any one player to watch, anything like that. This is pure prep from the coaches, Minnie and Chet, and pure calling out of Boaster and Finesse right now. Every round comes with a definitive edge strat-wise, tactics-wise. I actually thought NRG was going to get the better of them right there because Fnatic was going for an insert of Durka in underpass, and that left him isolated. You saw the initial push came with no fighting. You see Victor deep on site, but they're recovering in time, and Durka as well, able to join Chronicle at the perfect moment. Those two guys together. That's why this is a super team. When moments like that, it's only two players holding the site. They're holding it with dry util. The site's already lost. Here comes a clash in arcade, though.
Plenty of ults here. Durka's the first to go. And they're just going to continue to push. I mean, Crashy's taking out. He takes him with him, somehow survives.
He's jiggle peeking while stunned there.
And this back and forth affair leaves things in a 1v2. Crashy's in a clutch. We've seen the story before, but this time it's a different ending. Fnatic take the lead.
And now it's starting to get brawly. Now it's starting to have the impact of minor calls made out of, you know, Durka, something like that. Chronicle happy to take fights after what was a momentum swinging round for them.
Fracture then violence.
And they just duel straight up. Then the util from Chronicle is great. And you're forced to see NRG with very, very minimal armor here. They like to go full armor, by the way. That's not just them committing to that. Again, this push.
It's going to be another clash. Durka is the op. And he's already met the first.
Oh, they saw Boaster.
A counter flash to try to swing. It is pretty. It's very well handled. Very well done.
He gets the dink too, and now they need to even consider Durka's op. Where has it moved to?
Hasn't rattled off since that opening shot onto Victor.
Should have been spotted by that drone.
Artist's timing is perfect. He finds space again. Now Durka's down to 3v3. Saw him with ult. Crashies 2. And Alfir and Leo have been holding on to theirs for a while as well. There's the first used.
Should be Brim ulting this or Sova ulting this. Artist will counter ult. There's a gap here. They're not going for either. They're going to try to allow this to push them all the way back. Remember that second half. We saw this KJ ult before. Same value here. There could be a follow-up ult on either side from Crashes or Som, but they hold on to them to play post.
No,
4 HP. Orbital strike teed up.
Leo on the flank. Could take down Crashies.
No.
No idea. And there goes that, leaving Som alone. And there's way too much to handle there.
Surprise Nano too. In that moment where that lockdown goes down, the detail that Leo goes for is to flank through Dish. He's actually re-clearing to make sure that they're not running back towards that A side. And if not for that, Crashies is in a position to use his ult. They're not getting those kills.
Take the look at the opener one more time from Durka. Seems like that was forever ago, but that was actually in this round. And you're right, the timing and the space that Leo was able to find there and secured the round, really.
Yeah, he went on like a neon sprint line across the north side. Beautiful stuff out of Leo. Here's Fnatic's timeout. And I think they still want to try to lean into some of these early engagements that Durka has been doing very well at, that Chronicle's been doing very well at assisting, whether it's finding extra kills with a flash or a stun, or being able to help his players get out of that situation. It's been a key factor right now to this lead, but it's narrow margins for Fnatic. And don't forget, that's a round win just coming right before this. They want to close out this half with 2 more.
What?
And economically, they're set to get at least 1. There's no saving here for the rest of the half for Fnatic. Meanwhile, NRG is still looking for scraps. I'm still waiting for this ult from Crashes to come through. We have another one of those combination Brim ult, Breach ults that you saw early in the half be used on that A site to melt Alfir out of existence. And we are going for that Dish control that we saw before that got punished by a north side push out of Fnatic.
They really haven't explored A a ton.
They've moved this op onto A though. Remember, it was just seen last round, multiple rounds in a row in Arcade.
Holding the line. Waiting for the first.
Did they hear the door? I think they were there at the beginning. But if they didn't, they don't know that this is open. They don't know this is an angle for Durka.
He's in a lot of trouble. But he's going to satchel his way out. But Victor's gone in right behind him. Crashies got 2 with the ult. What an explosive start to the round.
Literally, both teams combining crucial ults together. And they get multiple kills because of that. That leaves this round
they cut off. That was so smart. They cut off
of the 2 players from Fnatic right now coming through spawn late in the round.
Back. Not fall back. So was ult.
This would be a difficult task. You're outnumbered here in a meaningful way. There is plenty of money to go around though. So you figure you take a chance, you go for it. And it's meticulous. Alfir creeping forward. The Han on the other side of smoke cleared out, not finding any value. Leo goes up top and somehow just destroys Crashies. They've gotten it back to it, but Victor shuts the door.
And no time for that situation. They're just trying to get the guns down from NRG. What a round that was. Crashies ult from Dish, by the way. So he's already in the perfect elevation for these 2 players. Either coming from spawn or up on top of that rope. It's beautiful. You see the Breach ult coming through, pushing these players off of sand, and then also the Brim ult coming on top of where he's getting tags with that ult.
And as we saw in the round, Victor following up as Durka was trying to satchel out and get to safety. He's just hot to trot right on his tail. right back into the action.
Impressive.
Fnatic's not the team that's supposed to be getting comboed with ults. That's Fnatic's bread and butter. Here comes the push for them, using the same type of theory to push Dirk and deep here.
Oh, Crash has got him! I thought he saw him!
Oh my god.
Victor with the second, Leo dancing around, somehow avoiding death and finding a second.
They have
A 3v3 as the dust settles and Sam gets a spike down.
And Boaster's going for that same push that Leo did late in the round. Both the turret and alarm bot might be up, and they've taken gen control right now. So it's not going to have the same sort of impact.
Boaster rotating from the northern side, last round of the half. And much like we've
Got past
seen,
the turret, but won't get past the alarm bot here.
cleared out.
Still a molly for Sam here.
Idea where he is. You see Victor trying to go up top. Sam gets a kill, and there it is. Rewarded for the advantage in height.
Yes,
Sam! Tied at 6.
destroy them!
Fnatic was the one who called the timeout after one of their round wins to get to 6 in the first place. You thought a major win condition here was to get those last 2 rounds. Instead, NRG get both.
This was insane because you even see it on the screen. Durka was looking and then turned away.
He just doubted that there was ever going to be somebody there.
Yeah.
Down you go.
Fellas, I tell you one thing, TikTok analysts are going to have a field day with that one. Am I right, people? What a half 6-6 tied up. But really, Kukuka, it felt like just what these players have been cooking up. The set pieces with these ultimates have been nothing short of extraordinary.
Time after time, all the ultimates used in the game were so specific, so well prepared. We saw it from the first round in this round 4. Then after, it doesn't matter what it is. There was so much preparation coming onto this and onto those set plays that made the difference into the game for both of the teams.
Yeah, absolutely. It felt tailor-made in some of these rounds, bespoke to kind of
So,
target
setup
an
isn't
individual.
ready. I don't
One
know
thing I
if
will
it's
credit though,
live.
NRG started this so cautiously, and I thought they were going to execute this composition almost how you feel it should be played, right? They were feeling out the Fnatic trap plays very efficiently, but then Fnatic, they cast the advantage in terms of the adjustment. This was absolutely beautiful, by the way. The pathing here on the Hunter's Fury to actually catch
So
both.
he can't be
There's
live.
Dirk and
Setup.
ping
I
on the
knew. I
recombo.
felt like his set.
He
He's
sat
there,
away,
but his
and then
setup's
there's
not
3
it,
teammates
or
just
it's not ready.
all of these ultimates.
Chronicle is dodging the Hunter's Fury because the Arbiter strike is like, man, I'm dead. I don't know what to, but I'm dead. But the adaptation was also
6-6.
coming into play. Like,
That is
we
really
saw
good.
Fnatic not being aggressive at the beginning, and then until they didn't have that Rolling Thunder, they wanted to take a little bit more space, but also Energy reads onto that, and they're like, okay, let's just run onto them. They're not going to be opposing. 2 rounds after, things change. I think it also has to do with the composition.
Well, again, just take this with a pinch of salt, but I think actually coming out here 6-6, NRG were that 1 execute away from an 8-4 half, so this is a huge win for them.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. But this is truly the gift that keeps on giving, and we knew it was going to happen this way as well. We're going to send it back over to Doug and Balla, and I'm officially jealous that you get to commentate this game.
Amen.
Thanks, man. I'm glad you're here to enjoy it with us, though, because it has been a gift. We saw so many minor instances at the very first half that were just fun.
Dude, I'm jealous of myself. I feel like I'm in an out-of-body experience right now. Watching these 2 teams. Good breakdowns on the ult usage. And that's going to continue. I mean, they're just swapping halves, but you know that sort of prep is exactly what's coming in the second half, too.
Ball line there, and look, they're pinching. They're all heading towards the northern side or Fnatic.
I mean, Dirk is counting his lucky stars that he doesn't get hit by that stun by Finesse. Otherwise, he's dead to that nade for sure. 5 players here from Fnatic. Look at the re-clear going on right now. The dart from Crashies. But this is... While they're going to find nothing in halls, they might find everybody on site behind them.
Utility dumped out onto the site, and the space is filled. NRG happy to give the site up, so they're going to fight for a retake. First shock dart through a smoke is the only thing keeping them apart from each other. Leo's pushed his way into it. He's behind him, and he gets both. Chronicle with the third. Victor with just a shred of health. But can Artist snatch this thing back?
It's much more aggressive than you're normally used to with Leo.
Oh! Fucking artists.
How is he snatch this thing back? It's fallen down to 1. Victor weak! Alpha here with the kill! kills and the Red Bull clutch for Fnatic.
This is what it's like to witness these two teams play. Yeah, we've gotten all the strats, we've gotten the tactics, that's first half. Now we're in playoff mode. Playmaking mode from both artists.
One enemy remaining.
And then Alpha as well to bring this back.
Enemy remaining.
That's a dink, full HP on Artist too against the Sheriff from long range. In that instance, Victor being low definitely hurts. His chances, Alpha, what a clutch. We've already seen instances of light by the rounds winning. Here's the classic from Fnatic. Funneling ult orbs towards key players here. Boaster buys the Marshal specifically to leave a gap in that Gen smoke.
That does not, yep.
Oh, you got the Bulldog.
Was able to get it, yeah. Still maintains control of tower. NRG are slowly but surely on the prowl. Victor's taking the ropes, and Leo's going to be there to receive, and surely he's heard that at this point.
No way.
No idea.
That's just crazy
way.
wild that Leo's in that position still.
The time.
So unexpected. Leaving Finesse all on his own.
And Boaster should be hunting now. Already gotten 2 kills in this round, 2 off his ult. Chronicle planted. Maybe because they made this slightly uncomfortable Fnatic. You don't go for the full farm. There he goes, creeping Canteen, just like we called. The stun is perfect for him too. Finesse knows he's hunting. He knows.
Timing though? All
Oh.
handled by Finesse.
Oh no.
Just out of reach. Leo cleans him up. Fnatic take a 2-round lead. You're right, it was a little uncomfortable there, but they secure the round.
And they eventually fall back into the, the win conditions of some of those anti-ecos, which is for them not just winning the round, getting Boaster's ults up in the bonus is key. He actually didn't even really need the kill on Finesse, by the way. He's still 1 off ult.
Yeah.
So I was thinking to myself, that's a great
Thanks.
job by Finesse, but instead, no, it actually doesn't matter at all, that engagement. As long as Boaster dies, as long as he buys.
Oh.
Okay. All right, let's see where he goes to get this orb right now. Alfir's gonna hold the turret out. Finesse and Victor are looking to trap. On this map, Fnatic is known for going for bonus ults. And you could use that to your advantage here if you're Fnatic. You could just completely ignore that possibility. It's hard to do so when it's such a powerful tool, and yeah, now Victor knows. And they should be considering.
There's the orb that you were just mentioning, now Orbital Strike online, and the question is, where do Fnatic go off of this?
Isn't it ridiculous that NRG was already trying to play anti-orb on the perfect choice? There's 4 orbs on this map. They could have guessed any other one of them. And either way, it doesn't matter because Fnatic is just patient enough to wait for their setup to fizzle out.
You see the pings on the minimap. The intentions are clear. They want to go towards B, perhaps do tower. And they've quietly made their way over. First the Prowler, then the Flash. Space not filled yet. They want to go down low. But Dirk is met with the Nano. He's going to try to satchel across it, and he does.
That's a good haunt. It cleared the entirety of the site right now. They just have to avoid crashes his dart, and then they'll get this plant down with 24 seconds.
I mean, they're so close to
Oh, it's tacked up!
all separating
What?
them, and Psalm's the first to fall. Now Dirk is satcheling back out. Alpha, you're holding a line on the other side. It's a 1-for-1. But the numbers for NRG continue to crumble. It's just Finesse up in the 1v4.
Save.
He's not able to get away. It's another round for Fnatic.
And the mind games begin again, by the way. No ult used from Boaster there. In fact, he never had it.
Bullshit.
He's the guy who planted. Maybe use it as a failsafe using the post plant, but NRG was prepared and playing offsite specifically to avoid getting caught in positions where he'll get ulted. That's the moment where I lost my mind. Crashes his dart, does end up scanning Boaster. Maybe it's a drone. That first hits. And that's a bonus converted from Fnatic right now. We started at a tie up half. Oh, Brimo possible if it sees catches. Doesn't catch anybody. But there was 3 players possible.
And off of the pace of Fnatic are showing, NRG is going to try to fill with some of their own on the southern side, but they've got to be able to hold it back for now. On the side, in the sand,
So
Zerka
dumb.
drawing all over the place and getting the kills that he needs. It's another dominant round for Fnatic, but
Dude, it's
an
over.
opportunity,
They fucking
be it sight, to make something out of this. Finesse has found himself in these positions so many times, and the outcome's the same.
Tough game from the IGL, but you know his mental right now is being stressed. How can you prepare for all the possibilities from Fnatic on this map? Right there, you already saw NRG again backing off of that C's. In some instances, you have to just start to ignore some of those possibilities and bring the fight towards them. Test their deeper protocols. Fnatic, though, getting away with winning the bonus and converting that anti-eco without using any of these ults. And I think right now the comfort for NRG is looking, while pressing tab right now, looking at their own ult cycle. It's about to come up, and that will be a factor for them on this defense. The funny part is Crashies, I thought that was going to be such a big part of this defensive side for NRG because they stole this comp from EG, so I'm looking at what EG does in this instance. But he's so far away from being involved in that conversation of how to combo. This will become the swingiest of all swing rounds right now. What a game so far.
You see the ults that you're just referring to on your screen now. 4 members away from having their ult online, just by 1 pip.
This is crazy. This is the first time these two teams have played each other, and it feels like they've played each other like a million times. It feels like they're scrim partners with the amount of anti-stratting that is going on. It's ridiculous.
There's a dart setup. Nothing found.
It does get Finesse's ult online. That's the entire intention right now.
That's also so nicely done by Crashies at the opening of the round. A dart on the northern side, the drone on the southern side, and all of a sudden you can turn attention towards A.
Now the problem is they're trying to deny some sort of space for these orbs that Fnatic is picking up right now. Dirk has now got his ult. Finesse is going to have to try to counter with his own. Oh!
Another instance in which Dirk is not able to get it off. The orbital strike, Artist down low, falling. Side still held as Som finally gets cleared. Now the Nightfall Finesse, unable to hear a thing, but still trying to find one through the spam. A 3v3 for the site, no ults in play yet. The Shock Dart gets one. It's Victor who's close to his though. Alfier is to Chronicle on the swing. Crashy's dead. Paul's controlled, site controlled, and Chronicle's just kind of doing it on his own. Finally falls to the nade.
Showstopper, they're up close right now.
He still has 2 satchels. And the Roomba. There's the first. Trying to get across, spotting one. Guessing on the second. Not behind that door. Swinging, not found. Fnatic get another.
And Boast are starting to have some fun with the crowd too, the audience here. NRG have not won a defensive round there, and I honestly think that they did a decent job countering out the ideas from Fnatic here. The Showstopper gets canceled because Finesse is ulting at the same time with his breach ult, which they collected early in that round. That's the moment where you're stunned up and naded in the corner while getting the spike down. My goodness.
5 rounds in a row for the attack. Insane considering how the first half went.
Fnatic now have free reign. Boaster is brimstone opping. It's back, baby. It's back.
Wow. On attack, no less. And he finds value. Of course he does. Showstopper from Victor. Not hitting its mark.
We were having conversations about Kong being the best attack side out. Boaster should be out of that conversation. Why? Because he's the only person to do this sort of thing. Just reminds me when he pulled it out in overtime back in Copenhagen.
Another one for Boaster. They swing into him. Saw him on the trade.
Finally the punish.
Off your feet!
That Rolling Thunder is very aggressive from Chronicle. They're in spawn.
Oh, there's a line here for Alfier to follow up, and Psalms full stunned.
He's gotten 3. He's had himself a map. He may be the only bright spot on this side for NRG, but he has played well with the position, the potential to get more.
Dude, they aware of Chronicle's route here.
Oh, they have to be now. This would be backbreaking. Ness cleans him up. Woo!
A response finally just in time before match point is possible here from Fnatic. I thought it was Boaster's op that was going to put them there. He's doing it again, guys. I'm looking right now at the spend. He's doing it again. I mean, he got 2 kills, might as well. And NRG is so focused on trying to deny some of these ult orbs early. They're peeking them.
Let's make some chaos.
I mean, it's a pretty decently considered idea. What a 1-2 punch as well. Durka just following really, really close by afterwards. If he needs to satchel on somebody with Chronicle stun or anything like that, he can.
They can be so decisive in their engagements. And then have Boaster again with the op right behind them.
I'm looking at the lockdown to be a potential way to take this site, but no, I think Boaster just wants to ISO up. And they're finally taking an underpass control so Alpha here can creep forward, and that's going to take some time, so still not sure if that is the entire intention.
The thing is, if they overwhelm Artis up in tower, or up on site, all of that utility that he has currently protecting Sam and the site is gone. But they're going to go. And it's all just a delay. The Orbital Strike is going to get Boaster out. Durka's going aggressive. There it is. There were questions around whether an Artis would be overwhelmed, but he's able to keep them back for the first. Traded on the second. A 4v4 quickly turns into a 4v3, perhaps 2. There's just no real way for NRG to hold them back. It's been so labored.
What?
He's going to get the kill.
I can't believe it. At least getting that tag. 10 seconds for the plant right now. Nothing left.
Look how weak Chronicle is. That could have secured the round. I believe it did. I don't think there's enough time. There's not.
Why are they in the open there? Looked away for a second and Crashes finds the angle. The amount of pressure that guy puts on whenever he ults is crazy. Chronicle thought for sure
One enemy remaining.
that he was safe. After that first pulse went out, he stopped planting the spike, moves away. Second pulse doesn't come forever. It misses, and third pulse still hits him somehow, where he doesn't have information for about 10 seconds. That's ridiculous. NRG needed a streak. That's 2 in a row right now. Their first 2.
Artis has the op. But there's no challenge towards B, where he's currently sitting.
Yeah, but he's getting droned on the angle. That's going to hold a lot of space right now. But yeah, you're right. Barely anybody here. It's just Sam.
And he's playing offside. He's giving it up. What do they have? Are they looking to play around the lockdown?
It definitely could be a factor here, but also look at this double play up through drop 2. Afier's going to be able to place his right now. I think he's waiting for their own lockdown. So NRG might not just place it. They might just play against it.
There it is. There's the attacker one. Still held on to by Artis.
Maybe they go for a sand one. No, it gets broken by a nade.
And Chronicle goes down. And now they put theirs through. Victor is already satcheled out onto A.
And it's planted in such a way, the lockdown in this case, that is so deep right now. Dirk is just trying to get this nade off. It might actually count. Oh!
Sam got it all the way! He just held the defuse!
I don't think that nade landed.
No way.
We gotta see that again because it looked like it was lined up well.
And also, how did they break that lockdown? I guess just coming through. Fnatic, for the first time, doesn't consider that as a possibility. Just coming through drop, just banks it off the wall. That nade is the best. The paint shells from Raze is the best util at breaking lockdowns.
It is insane that we're having rounds come down to nades. Like a single piece of utility
It's
deciding
crazy.
things.
Over and over, these two teams battling in a different plane of existence. They're battling between the two minds. in the center of the stage. It's crazy. And I'm really starting to consider just the theory about Boaster opping in general, right? That was the second round in a row he attempts it. And the funny part is maybe there's value into it, because if you're getting a lot of kills with the op, you're getting so many ult orbs up.
Ooh, they're catching up, come on.
He's already had 2 this half.
Down, 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 down. Oh, let me
Doesn't
change my
look
title.
entirely happy with the situation. I think maybe even just a little bit of trolling going on.
All right,
There's
so
that nade.
yeah, we take a look at the first nade that cleared the lockdown and gets a kill on Chronicle. Oh, he was spammed up too, just not able to get out.
Well, that's right there. That's Victor. You saw him spam that little angle. The place where he might run away from. That is beautiful stuff from Victor. Gets the tag, slows him down, and eventually the frag.
Back in the swing of things, Artist still with the op, and he's already being pushed. Are they just going to continue to brute force their way into him? Off of the Prowler, they realize he's not holding halls anymore, and they're going to stimmy their way into sand. Artist is in trouble. He's not in a position to be able to get out. He's got to hold him back by himself. He gets looking to provide some resistance. That's all it was.
Just lost his place right there while flashed up.
Orbital strike straight into spawn, or excuse me, Rolling Thunder. They push them back. And they've left Boaster in a cheeky position. It may not matter though, as the rest of the team is getting the kills. It's Chronicle and Alfie are leaving Crashies alone. A 1v3. Some utility, but not much.
It's tough to use here.
He's got the dart, he's got the shot, he has no health. Fnatic gets him at point.
Has to try to approach silently, can't use any util. His position not known yet. But it doesn't allow him to break up those crossfires. He's just hoping that there's a gap, a timing window where he can walk into it. Very, very nicely done from Fnatic.
One enemy
The breach ult to maintain all this control of sand while the plant continues to go through, while they take down Artist. Artist could have gotten a second op shot off, but that flash delayed him for so long and he lost his position and exposed himself to the players pushing sand.
No up this time for the Killjoy. It's just rifles for the defensive side as they try to make their last stand. I mean, they're funneling, they're pushing, there's no crunch, it's all just a fight from one side!
They're all
and
there.
It's turned in favor of Fnatic.
This might be the end here. NRG, they go for that drone, re-clear. But you had such a deep satchel from Victor, nobody's able to follow up on it, and the rest of the Fnatic players just group up. This might be it. 3 players for NRG, 4 from Fnatic. Fnatic's so cautious. This grouping here of Som and Crashies might be perfect though.
It was Durko who had the op a moment ago, just handed it off to Chronicle.
Wants to use his satchel to take space.
The one benefit for the defensive side here for NRG is that 2 of the 3 members that remain are on this site.
Oh, Crashies is tucked here. Leo does have his haunt, a Prowler too. They can clear it out.
Sam is a molly.
30 seconds left.
Crashies with some util.
Backing
They're
up.
gonna rotate. Oh, they're gonna go in through sand. They just don't have a ton of time here.
And the Molly should be able to hold them off too. From one side at least.
Assuming they identify where it is. Leo has been left behind. Crashies falls. All onto Sam, again, who's had himself a great game, but he can't convert here either.
It's just perfect from Fnatic, mauling out the last player on the site too, finding Crashies on the swing. They both got stunned by that breach stun from Chronicle. It's perfect.
It really is. It's a little, I mean, it's not even like they're just trying to diff them with gunfights. Everything is so fastidiously considered. And it's clean. The first half was a brawl, but the second half felt like all Fnatic all the way, and they take Fracture 13-9.
Absolutely it was. Only 3 rounds from NRG on that side. Can't be happy about that one. And once they got to defensive side, Fnatic is just, they go with those ults. They're the best at it. They control the cycle of NRG. Yeah, it lost 3 rounds in a row from NRG, but those were the only ones. And once that cycle disappeared, once it fizzled out, Fnatic just come straight back to end this game. Bonus conversions. I mean, everything was there from Fnatic. And all of a sudden, a weight lifted from them because yeah, sure, when they were talking to you coming into the arena today, it doesn't feel like they really thought this was any sort of different of a game. But we know, I mean, we know the situation. This is the first time they played this team. This is their opportunity to go back-to-back in 2 global tournaments in a row. Which no team has done yet. And they haven't been playing, so they just don't know where they stood in comparison to the field, in comparison to the group stage teams and everyone else who played their first playoff matches yesterday.
I mean, this dude, honestly, even for as dominant, excuse me, as the second half was, and it was. There were just so many little nuanced things that we were able to nerd out about and identify in that map that was just so much fun to watch.
Well, the fact that they're handling as well. This Sova from Crashes, this Sova from NRG. Clearly prepared for it too. Already from the first round. Happy with that instance.
Yeah.
And that's the sort of thing that you want to see for Fnatic when they start to run. And start to try to make another run here. In a global tournament. But that was their home ground. I mean, that was Fracture. Yes, they haven't been playing it that much. It's been third maps that they never get to ever. But that was their home ground, and now we go to NRG's on Bind.
They've been so dominant historically on that map, and they'll have an opportunity to equalize the series on Bind. We'll see you guys on the other side of this break.
Fucking loves Fnatic.
Have you ever asked yourself after a bad game, what am I missing? Or sought help from impatient friends? Or browsed desperately?
Oh, not this. C10s. Oh, and you just give me an ad. Okay, thank you, bro. That's a good one. This- Hey, yo!
Passing time in her arms, hoping I'll find. This is how I cry, by the way, so fuck you.
What is that? Why am I getting that shit, bruh? Got that shit twice. Are they back?
Your stream saturation is low? Oh, 1 minute, 36 seconds? I don't know, a lot of people say that, but I don't do anything different on my stream. Like, I actually quite literally do nothing different. Okay, wait, I'll play, let's do a microclick, but I'll play on my sense that I actually, I feel like my aim is my best on. I think this one I just overflick everything. This one's if I just want to move my mouse easily.
What the heck? Wow.
That was a little bit better. That's almost Grandmaster 1. Is Grandmaster 1? I'm assuming that would be probably a score of 10,000, right? Is it broken? Oh, never mind.
Well, he's watching on YouTube.
I guess the replay just like died. Are you gonna watch Paper X DRX? I probably will, yeah. Appreciate all the subs by the way, everyone. Thank you so much.
The change of that comp of Sova Raze affect your game plan?
It kind of messed up quite a bit of the things we'd prepared, but
the IGL's girl.
we just took it, like I've watched a lot of the EG comp before, because I think the server's really strong on the map, so I kind of understood what they could do on their defense. The attack, we were a bit like, I've not really watched too much of that. As you could see by their like ult combos, it was kind of like, we didn't know where to stand, so we got caught out twice by that. But generally, I was just really proud of Leo this game. Like, he was fragging really well, but like, there are a lot of calls he made that won us rounds, basically. So he was really supportive this game.
Well, you guys have done a great job so far. Let's see what you can do on Bind. I'm going to pass this over to the desk.
Thank you so much for that, Yinsu. And yeah, you can clearly tell a lot of those ultimates were coming in. They were throwing people off, and I don't blame them.
No, absolutely not. I want to go down and just shake Minnie's hand as well, because I'm thinking the same thing here.
Yeah.
Fnatic have watched the EG application of this composition, and the adjustment is perfect. We talked about, obviously, early on in the first half, NRG starting cautiously. They want to use the strength of this, which is around the drone, for Crashies to obviously set up and feel out any trap plays. But in the second half in particular, Fnatic just take a step back. We're talking about this being a chess match, and I think the pace actually matched that.
Yeah, this round actually illustrates that perfectly, Kakuka, because it was really just about like them trying to outplay one another with the micro and macro moments, and that is what Minnie was talking about in that interview.
Yeah, totally. I think that we see it all throughout the entire game. I feel like also Chronicle was having a very tough time. We saw it in the replay, and we saw him struggling a lot. Dying to that utility, he felt trapped in so many occasions. I think that's also something that Minnie was spot on.
Yeah, but he did make a point to praise Leo for his contributions in that game, and it definitely, no surprise there. I mean, the initiator for the team definitely stepped up, was a top fragger in the server, but Kakuka on top of that as well was really helping out the team to just get valuable information when they need it.
That's, you just described Leo, like there's no other way that you can talk about him. Is two things: not dying first, and second, a utility usage that is top level, probably one of the best, if not the best in the world. He knows that it's not about him, but he will also go on the flank with you. I think he was doing a beautiful work with Alpha of understanding where their place in the round.
And Leo's value goes up in games like this, where Fnatic has to satisfy both sides of the coin, right? Playing with pace, slowing things down, playing reactively, and looking for reads. Leo is the constant. He can always satisfy both styles that Fnatic like to apply.
Of course, you're taking a look here at the aim lab shoot around. It's Leo's POV, but gives us an opportunity to continue to talk about this Fnatic game and what we saw there. They were tested. You know, there was a point where we were like, oh, maybe they're not going to be too tested in the second half. It was looking rather dominant Hypoc, but I was very glad to see NRG implement some of those set pieces and really put Fnatic on the back foot in some of those rounds.
Yeah, I think actually when NRG started looking at later on in the round, as opposed to finding value early on, denying space to Fnatic, because like we said, Fnatic are happy to sit back and play reactively until you show something. But there's a couple of rounds there where you're thinking, yeah, Fnatic probably feeling like they haven't had to dig too deep in the strat book here, and Bose is busting out the operator, and things are feeling like they might slip into madness.
Hear me out. You say it like that. I think that they were just very happy to have solutions to a lot of things. But we're seeing Durka being shut down time and time again every time that he was using the ultimate, and that was not enough to make Fnatic feel like they were under pressure.
You bring up a fantastic point as well. As we get ready for map 2 and we go to bind there, I think it's important to note, right? Like, you can shut down Durka, but then you got to worry about Chronicle. And then you got to worry about
Alpha on the
you got to worry about Alpha.
The coverage.
You got to worry about both run and with an operator.
Boaster was great on this map. I was looking at him. You could definitely tell that he belongs on the stage.
Yeah, absolutely. I think as well that he's talking about no pressure and we're going to go out there and have fun. These are the sort of maps where you see actually, yes, scoreline aside, Fnatic stretching their legs a little bit, having a little bit of fun on stage.
Yeah, and look, right now is the time to have some fun. You got that big 13-9 win, but I'm very curious to see what's going on over in the NRG camp. We actually have Chet standing by with Yinsu.
Before we head to map 2, I've got Chet here with me, the coach of NRG. Now, Bind is a very strong map for you guys, but was there anything that Fnatic did on map 1 that you feel like you guys have to be on the lookout for map 2?
I just feel like Fnatic was pretty proactive. Like, their defense was like a lot flank, so maybe we can expect the same on Bind, but I think we just have to be more decisive in how we want to play and take certain parts of the map in the mid-round. All
right, thank you very much for joining me, Chet, and best of luck.
Fascinating there. Take more control of the mid-round, but also, Hypok, you seem to be a little perplexed by what Chet said.
Yeah, I'm a little confused, actually. I mean, if NRG have done their homework here with the composition they like to run, and if Fnatic stick to the Cypher pick on Bind, because that's something that enables Fnatic so much on their defensive half to obviously confirm or deny absence behind those lurk walls that we like to see invested in. Yeah, we're going to see how we play out here. Yeah, it's one of the few times actually you talk about Cypher really guaranteeing value.
Prime Gaming Agent select as we get ready and see how this is going to play out. We got the Cypher. We'll see how this plays out. On the other side, the Harbor Viper.
Yeah, exactly. That is something that we do not get to see a lot in EMEA. And of course, I think that the Cypher is going to be very important. We know that those setups needs to be a little bit reinvented, knowing and adapted to what NRG is going to put on the table. I'm not surprised by the rest.
They like Fnatic were ready for this, right?
1,000%, of course.
I think they're feeling comfortable in this competition.
Oh, yeah.
Even versus the Harbor Viper.
All right, well, we'll see how this one plays out. We're ready for map number 2. So much to break down as we get ready for Bind. Let's send it over to Doug and Bala yet again.
Thank you, Golden Boy Ball. It always feels like a privilege to see NRG play Bind because they're so freaking good at it. But now we get this matchup with Fnatic on the other side, and you know they're ready for this triple wall comp.
Oh, absolutely. The thing is, though, Fnatic has barely played against some of this Harbor Viper stuff. It's not really run in EMEA ever, and they barely played against it at Lock-In, only against that Furia game, and then a little bit in the Grand Finals against Loud, which, you know how that game went. But for this, it's a new map where it's running that, right? It's Bind, of course. Fnatic's very comfortable. That was a historically good map for them way back when, last year even. But now, Harbor Viper on this one. A little bit of Sage added in for flavor. It's the new mix of this Ascent comp that ended up being the downfall of Fnatic's fantastic Bind at the beginning of this game.
An opportunity to reinvigorate and refresh their success on the map. They find themselves on the attacking side.
Oh, they're not ready for this hookah play. Whoa!
So many people through, and you're right, NRG had no idea. Now throwing the brakes on the rotate. Cascade as he goes straight to the skies, and he takes Som down.
Last player standing.
What a start from Fnatic.
Catching them completely unaware. I wonder if there's a flash that gave them misinformation there, if Fnatic dodged it somehow to get a timing up through. But you can tell NRG really interested in getting that orb. And then falling back towards that A side, hoping that they can stack the correct side. Instead, now they leave Artis alone.
You're right. I would love to see the opening round, the opening of that round again, to see what it was that led to a false sense of security.
I mean, it might just be that there was nothing, and they just had some sort of false sense of security for no reason. That's not the way you want to start off here if you're NRG. Remember, they're down a map. They could already be facing an 0-2 here.
They were gone, man. They were out. They were fully convinced that the play was A.
I still like how NRG was able to actually react and put down the Cascade on top of Hookah. Even though they lost one player, they still reacted fairly well. It's just the fact that there's so much explosiveness from Fnatic there. Again, Boaster with that Marshall on this anti-eco. It's consistent. Masters of the economy right now in the game. They're the best at it. Everybody else is trying to copy them. And for NRG, actually, it's been a story for them where they, after lock-in, they copy Fnatic. They start playing some light armor stuff, but they give up on it.
Yeah.
At some point during Americas. And you can tell already in this game, too, they've given up on it on Fracture.
3 from NRG pushing into showers. Boaster's waiting on the other side of this wall with it.
Come on, bro.
That Marshall. Train.
Come on, you can do it.
Green line keeping him back. Boaster getting peppered, has to tuck tail.
Good attempt at the re-clear just to challenge Boaster though. Is it going to be enough? And that tells them that they're in deep anti-eco position still. And they have plenty of time to catch up. Nice cam in for Alfred to spot Finesse.
It was so well set up from NRG, given the fact that they had a late rotate, Samples as well, but Durka's already passed all of the utility that's intended to deny the push.
And look at this double molly too. Boaster from way far away, Chronicle as well. Completely denies this high tide take from Som. He was the only one close. And the rest of the players, he's trying to hold on to that space for them to flood in behind him. Instead, they can't get anywhere near.
You're gonna die to Spike.
NRG are stuck in spawn.
They're gonna die to
They're just hoping
Spike.
to die to Spike eventually.
Yeah.
And Dirk is starting to hunt, you can tell. He swapped the Marshall too. Boaster picks up the Vandal. They're masters at this.
The fuck? What the fuck?
A cheeky cam
Yeah,
looking
up on
to
top of
spawn.
Cody. Yeah, that's crazy. Durka, still close. Cam to support, it's crazy.
Oh, go back.
That's why they buy that Marshall, just the 900 credits. Really not a
Bro.
big investment. Still fantastic for the one
Tens
tap
is
shots on anti-eco.
watching 10.
But still so well considered for them to switch off and exchange weapons so that you aren't potentially giving a Vandal over, yeah.
Go kill
What?
my son.
Why is everyone question marking? You know you get full money if you die to Spike, right?
Emperor. Go forward and kill.
Yeah, you got full point.
See that cascade out from Som towards short. Making it so difficult for the attack inside.
Oh, it's just a joke. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Victor close by too. But Dirk is just gonna satchel forward. It's just complete disrespect with the judge. Som stops him. And they still have showers control too.
Oh, Sam.
Those gain control of lamps. They've lost 2 now. And the trade's
Oh!
coming from Alpha, yes. Pinpoint.
Alpha.
Accuracy, top of the box.
He was just tapping them.
Pops 2.
He's gonna get another one.
Finesse is still playing on the other side. He's still towards B.
Cage trigger.
And this pause from Fnatic just instilling a little bit of doubt.
It's cunning. Eventually, NRG are going to want to try to re-clear, try to get some information. It should just be off of a Crashy's flash.
And they're here. They're ready for it. There's a flash that you mentioned off the swing, but he was just a little ahead of it. And Crashy's falls.
Oh no, they team flash accidentally.
Staggered.
Art is taking one back. Spike short.
Finesse still
Finesse
here.
has not left.
30 seconds left.
Oh!
Mr. Spike
Oh my
senses
god, that is such a tease. What the fuck?
He should not go forward.
And the fact that Alfir doesn't even TP, he holds on to this space right now.
Oh!
No way.
Are you kidding me?
It's over.
You mentioned Pinpoint before. That might have been the best of the 3 we've seen.
What the
For a
fuck?
pixel.
Finesse in a 1v2. He's healthy.
He
He's
just
got
quick scope with the
Boaster.
Vandal.
You're not nearly as
Oh.
lucky. He gets one. He
No
gets both.
way.
Avoiding disaster, avoiding another bonus, and getting NRG on the board.
I need to see Alfier's kills there.
What
He
a
was clean
fun
with it that round.
He was, but fucking finesse.
Go for a little double
Holy.
swing. It's almost well timed, but just a slight misstep. And Finesse able to convert a 1v2
Oh!
more and more often.
All right, never mind. The first one might have been the best.
Nah.
One enemy remaining.
That's nasty.
Wait, I'm switching to the
But yeah, the
dot.
double peak. Slight gap in the timing between the two.
Dot?
It's a good
Nah.
idea, but it allows Finesse to easily convert. You can't be letting Finesse win. Especially, I mean, Finesse getting going here. Okay, they're going to dodge the flash. No info given. Crashy's not committing to picking up the orb. Could have been a massive mistake and a great counter from Fnatic instead.
Let's see.
He manages to get info off the jump peak too. Doesn't take any damage. Understands there are at least 2 guns that were fired.
Re-clear coming in. Cam from Alfir spots them. That's the key for them to bring up, make sure there's nobody punishing.
Oh my gosh.
And the wall is well timed for the players on.
Look, it's fucking
NRG
glitching
receiver.
now.
He's playing eventually go for this ult.
Oh. We TP'd by. Was that by accident? No.
Well, Fact says he was left alone as one, so had to be ready. You already saw him tucking into that corner, so he could easily backstep. Now he's
Yeah,
ready
sometimes
to
it do be like
That's
that.
Both satchels.
Ooh. I like this wall.
On the prowl and showers, but there are two players here. In A, Sam being one of them. Chronicle the first
Shit.
to fall. Victor on the swing is great.
I can't.
Hasn't made his way out of the
Oh,
site.
Vic.
Oh, no.
Boaster's gotten it down to a 1v2 though. But he's just so weak.
He might have the info. Remember last round when he TP'd, Finesse was all the way back.
Oh, this guy has a good read.
He just needs one kill here. But Artis is actually, he's already shown up and he's got to judge.
Pretty crazy that he gets the plant down.
It is. There's the flash. He knows where he is.
Nice.
Crashes cleans it up.
That was good, Crashies.
Fnatic are just diving through that high tide, which is
Show the replay.
Once that wall comes down from Fnatic, their intention is to leave lamps, take the front of site. In the last time they took that A side, they actually pushed into
Okay.
lamps. This time you see Dirk's position.
Okay.
Always in the back of truck, trying to deny.
Okay, that was
Both
good.
side cuts it all off. I'm very surprised. Maybe it's the time pressure there from Fnatic. All the messing around on the other sides of the map. That causes them to go forward. Actually two Bulldogs. They're definitely buying into this, despite losing 2 in a row.
Oh, they are.
This is super aggressive.
Ah!
Wall from Sam is through teleporter and then roping back.
That's the most extreme wiggly wall of all time.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
And there are
What did
plenty
he
of
wall?
setups that you can do from A without having to go through teleporter to control that area. I wonder if that's intended.
It went through the TP and it wrapped to like left side short.
Deep B hold from NRG though as well.
The harbor cover.
Might not matter at all. And double trip to hold the flank here from Alfear.
Oh, they're pushing the.
Still before you get into trouble. You hear the showstopper gone off.
Oh,
You've got
nice.
pushing them back into spawn. Showers control still there. Alpha, you're starting to re-explore.
I think they just jumped one of the trips.
This harbor ult's gonna be really nice with a retake.
The Trailblazer is going to clear the second. And you see it. I mean, they're here. Leo's waiting. Alpha is too. The flash is well considered by Crashy. So Victor going aggressive. He's going for the flank. And
No.
Wait, Leo?
He never shoots it. He's too close.
These Razors are having such trouble placing these showstoppers.
Chronicle has gotten behind him. Crashy's had no idea. He had no chance. It's falling down onto 3. Finesse continues to frag.
Oh, but the bubble nade.
And the cascade.
Do they have wall?
Tom has to
Oh,
tuck
no,
right
they
back
don't.
out. Durka doing well to keep him back. He's got 2. He
Wow.
gets 3.
Dude, Durga! What the fuck, man?
It's difference that round could have been if.
Yeah, if you save your nade for the bubble, it's actually crazy.
It's just crazy.
Yeah, but the abilities can go right through it.
Does he get that kill on the new patch? Chet, what do you think?
Getting the proper timing for that animation to not cause problems is so
Nice!
difficult.
Good job, Derek. Nice!
And it is finally a response here from Fnatic. It's 2 in a row for NRG. Off that 1v2 from Finesse.
We lost. I'm gone. 2-0.
2 stingers and then pistols. And that's all it is. They've tucked Victor and Hookah.
Yeah, no, what happened to Vic is he accidentally fucked up the animation cancel. It happens.
The late orb as well here from Chronicle.
Hey, that was
In order to properly cancel, you have to make sure the satchel comes after the rocket. So you like
Clear in front.
rocket satchel instead of hitting them both at the same time.
Immediately to try to catch somebody reclear.
Oh, Sam.
That's a shot.
Is he gonna get another?
Trailblazer, and of course Dirk has followed all the way right behind it. They've gotten some control of the U-Haul. But they're starting to step back, and NRG want to take the fight. Remember, they have lighter weaponry. They want to close the gap. They want to get in their faces. Can they stop the attack here?
Dirk has a shorty.
So far up, they have Showers control, they have U-Haul control. I mean, it may not look like it. They have full site control too.
Oh.
And once again, the defense looks like it's at a loss. Dirk is just playing with this food right now.
Yeah, reload it. You know what to do. This is pre-nerf.
It's too easy to contain here from Durka, especially with that shorty.
Oh my gosh.
And the constant threat from Fnatic to go through that TP keeps Finesse anchored on that B side until it's all over.
Whoa, shit, man.
NRG right now,
Shit.
not quite able to really. Sam is usually so good in this position. Usually such a phenom in lamps at getting multi-kills, but you can tell Durka doesn't even really want to fight until super late. Just holding that space, making sure that they get the plant down, making sure they can start to take the rest of site. With the info too.
Watching this spot.
That's ridiculous.
What?
There's just not much more to say, is there?
And the idea from NRG is really good there too. Leo's swinging onto the stairs where the old TP was, so he's not even in that fight from Alphair. Alphair goes in front of the Viper Wall, does not get flashed, which is key. Maybe the execution could be improved.
This Showers hold was so important too because Finesse invested the pit on B. They invested a lot towards holding this site. And so far they've failed, but perhaps they can reconsider, perhaps they can reestablish as the Psalm falls one more time.
I mean, they have so many different variations of holding this A side too. They're just abusing this at this point.
Yeah, they are.
Durka can sometimes be on boxes, they can be playing post, they can be holding short.
You're not limboing your way through that.
Damn. Fnatic still has Viper ult too, so if they get plant down on one more round and it's like kind of even,
they just continue
it's gonna be really tough.
pound A and just exploit the defense.
We've seen good halves from NRG on this map on both sides, so not quite getting worried anywhere about keeping this game close. Fnatic is putting on a masterclass though, and eventually that conversation will start.
What's happening to audio?
About how much is too much.
Do you hear that?
Oh yeah, I heard that.
There was even a
I was in like a real war for a second.
teleporter to help that fight.
But it slightly missed.
Yeah.
Alpha complete either he dodged it or
I don't know if it was just
wasn't perfect.
Yeah.
Because he just swings on those two players. That's what I was talking about. The walls put up immediately, the flash through the TP. It's a really good setup, and it does its job. I mean, at least it makes that a 2v1. Alfia is just currently better.
And that's where, you know, we talk so much about these where and yeah, sometimes it just comes down
What the monitors they use on stage? I actually have no clue.
That's all there is to it.
It's funny. It reminds me.
We use Zowie ones at the
where every single
at the local like events in LA.
Shut down one of them, another one
like the league.
But the other aspect of it too is strategically, you start to, you know, do good things against their strats. We saw a lot of this on Fracture. That's not even enough. And when it starts to falter on both sides, I mean, good luck. This team that has showed up today in playoffs absolutely deserves to be put in contention. Obviously, they already were heading into this, but just doubts about whether they're going to put in new things, whether they're going to be able to actually make a sprint at this.
Oh, look at this. They're getting a little frisky with it. Stinger armor buy.
It might be a resounding yes. Absolutely. Stinger buy in for NRG. One Phantom. In the hands of Finesse.
The difference I'm seeing here is Finesse's wall.
Watching this spot.
It's just a little different. This time set up from A.
Yeah, that's the old bathroom wall, essentially. Completely ignoring the possibility of that, or the fact that the new Showers TP is there.
Spike dropped. Got the spike.
We're thinking right now, NRG, they only got 3 rounds on that defensive Fracture.
Victor's got a lot to deal with, but Crashy's is close by.
Oh, they know there's a double bait. No?
Push
Maybe?
up the angle, and it's just a trap. Do they check him? No, they don't. It's just one, though. And the Singer's just not enough in that scenario.
Oh, and they have the heal for it, too.
It's too tough to follow.
It's kind of scary. Oh, they're clearing this.
A good idea again from NRG, just not quite enough.
Yeah, they're clearing this. They're clearing this.
Fnatic controlling every part of this game right now. Som's going to try to flood out to help Finesse.
Oh.
You see the free fire spam expecting a second. The flash cleans him up.
Oh, and that cascade actually gave them room to swing out to the left before Som can even challenge.
They got 2-0.
Fnatic starting to wonder but this might actually end up being underwhelming of a challenge.
At least on Bind. It does look that way.
They're gonna finish them in an hour.
Ways to punish this B side. And most of these, they've been ending up A, trying to abuse specific factors of that A hit. Getting early kills on showers, that sort of thing.
So 4-man push here from NRG towards B, and it looks like it's set up to get Som the orb. He is 1 point away from having his ult online. Boaster's been pushed off.
Dude, they see the group towards B, and then they fast react A.
Another round where they did push deep, down B, but they end up all flanking. And this time, there's going to be a Showers TP with the Trailblazers to follow up on. Victor's stuck here, though. And Fnatic is not committed, so they're happy to wait this out and challenge.
Did he bite off more than he could chew? Stuck in teleporter.
Oh, Vixen no man's land.
Fnatic is here to handle him. But he
they just used a reckoning to try to clear him out, and yes, it will get him out, but leaves a lot of gaps and loses a lot of tools.
Such a heavy investment to preserve his life, and then he eventually falls.
Is he gonna get
once again getting a 2K from what looks like the same spot?
Wait, Alfier might get a third.
These might all get destroyed. Yes, Artis is going to get the rest, but Chronicles inserted in such a good position. Alfier's punishing.
Oh my gosh.
So smart.
Dude, Alfier is just keeps getting 2 kills. He keeps getting double picked and double peeked and he keeps getting 2.
Yeah, there's just so much room that Chronicles taking A.
It's crazy. They could have crossed there, but they're just a little concerned about where Crash's position is, and they're just going to use that space. Don't even bother TPing. Take all the time that you need. That's discipline right there from Fnatic.
You know it's a tantalizing prospect. You know where he is. You know that you have numbers on him.
10 seconds left.
But you're right, they make the safe play. They end A, spike down.
I wonder if Fnatic should, or not Fnatic, I wonder if NRG should start working on op because, like, Alfier is just literally...
Pull out your gun, pull out your gun,
He's just shooting them. Oh.
I may have jinxed him.
Timing was bad, but still able to get around.
He's just gonna save. He's just
like, there's been a few times where he just, Alfier has just peeked into them.
Where that corner was.
And
that, as soon as he's spotted, he doesn't get the kill. Crashes is going to save.
Just kind of like whiffing a little bit with the rifles. I mean, he's also just like pooping on them.
10-2 half with 3 rounds remaining. After Fracture, I didn't think that was in the cards, but I didn't think that this defensive side issue right now for NRG was deeper than it looked at first. Yeah, they got a streak of rounds on that defensive side, mainly due to the ult cycle. And I don't think, especially now with the wasted reckoning, the tools in this comp are not as major. In fact, they used a resurrection from Sage too.
That's a lot of ults into that, you're right.
And so those tools dwindling.
5.
Wow. This is scary.
Dude, it's over.
7-2. Fnatic has 3 ults, 1 off the 4th.
Maybe that's just the reason why NRG's struggling right now. Hard to deal with.
Yeah,
the multi-pronged approach.
Over,
the
dude.
Ults are good when they end up going dry walking up short with the Viper
This is
wall.
tough.
That's fantastic.
I knew it. I should get my predictions.
Every single one.
And the crazy thing is, they're not having to change very much.
It's Som already using not only the high tide, of course, that you want to use. Oh, hold on, 2 players up close. They're reclaiming. Chronicles in trouble.
What'd you say?
Shit.
It's barely out.
I didn't do that. I didn't get in there.
They do the shower wall?
I didn't even get in there.
It's like the 4th round where they're there. They're just not able to get anything done.
It's another deep cascade in short, and then the high tide right behind it. They want to go forward. Look at how much they're investing just to slow down, just to keep the Fnatic attack at bay.
I mean, that's important. They just wasted a few mollies on that one.
He's going to be able to get anything, no. Dirk is too high, Boaster's too low, and the health is too...
Wow. Oh my gosh.
In the lap of Sam, forcing him to swing out, now without damage being taken.
30 seconds.
No, whoever loses this, whoever loses the series goes to lower bracket.
Chronicles hunting. Crashes can't save the gun that he saved in the previous. It's a Prime Gaming flawless at that. And that scoreline that I posited 10-2 is very much within reach. 2 rounds left in this first half. We've gone from Fracture, an insane battle of the minds, to NRG being faced with potentially immediately an incredibly difficult comeback in the second half. Even at this point, you already should be calling it a comeback if it comes to fruition.
And then depending on how things go, the fact that we just saw NRG invest their second timeout. Right, so they're going without him for the rest of the map.
I didn't realize the 2 signs were polar opposites.
An understandable call though, given the circumstances, given the scenes. They find themselves down 6 on their map pick. On not just their map pick, but a map that has been so prolific for them. And you're right, you mentioned it at the beginning of the map. Balla, this has historically been a very good map for Fnatic too. They have made their mark on this map. But that was a bit ago.
Yeah, I mean, but despite people, doubting this comp a little bit, having a few struggles in the EMEA, this is looking very good. Some of those doubts start to creep away.
Are they selling those like signs at the venue? Because I see so many people with like, it's like they have like the names of the players, but like in like a really like bubbly text.
Might start to slip by the wayside when you see results like this. When you see some of the domestic results on this map.
I'm assuming.
Fnatic
Or they just have them at the event. I've seen so many.
Defensive side Viper Harbor.
Dude, there's no way they're all self-made under the exact same font or style.
Waiting for an early flash. Deep flash from Crash. He's down long, zigzagging its way through.
Oh.
Oh, no.
That is tragic.
One moment
that
difference
is.
there. Artist gets that wall down. And they don't break the dog to get that stun. He doesn't get punished. That's crazy. Boaster's got to have the highest kill rate with his orbital strike. I mean, every single time he uses it, it's considered.
And it's always set up with something. That's what makes him so good with it.
Wow.
Jericho was jumping, and now the showstopper out, clearing the site. Crashies has managed to slip the net and tuck back into elbow. Oh no.
Whoa, man, I held my breath there for a second.
Of course.
Thought there was gonna be some crazy shit going on.
Showing off the tech.
Oh, they're just gonna save.
That's so hard to land because 99% of the time people are hitting a wall on that.
Wow. 9-2.
NRG once again forced to save.
And it's their map. They're destroying them.
This is crazy. Right out of the timeout too.
Yeah, they're.
And they hit with an ult combination that they just can't consider at this point.
No.
There's way too many things that they're dealing with. Finesse's
Dude.
brain's got to be overheating.
Fnatic's actually just owning them.
Literally.
On Fracture, I mean, it was such an awesome battle to watch the two. But since that second half,
Wait, what's your money? Wait, we need these guns.
it's been
Right.
crazy.
Wait, is Sam gonna be on half armor now?
This map is particularly caring too much about
Oh,
the specifics
that's
of
what happened.
NRG's play. Yeah, they're reacting to it. They're falling back in instances. But
And you got
it's so
stunned
nice.
too.
And this is a page out of NRG's book.
Yep.
In my mind, NRG's the guys who consistently got value out of Trailblazer stunts from the Sky Dog. Ults like that, you see NRG do all the time. Fnatic though,
Yeah, Sam's on a Guardian armor now.
What a
That's so unfortunate.
7 rounds. Unreal.
everybody's gonna get a chance at this op.
Yeah.
On this attack side.
Wait, Alfier's opping now.
Chronicle had it, Durka had it, Boaster had it, Alfier. Leo, it's your turn next. Oh wait, you won't even get another chance.
Yeah, poor guy. Unless they hand it off mid-round. Really min-maxing things here. It's just so ominous what you said a couple of rounds ago. The fact that there's a 10-2 is a very good reality. We find ourselves on the precipice of it. Showstopper up top.
Oh!
Wow, where did that go?
What?
She still gets a kill.
Went way over top that ramp.
Does anyone scoop up the op? No, they're leaving it.
Chronicle.
And the late orb is actually going to kind of tell you what's coming right now on the side of NRG.
IGL's battling and the gun.
Oh
goes in
no,
favor of
the
Boaster.
Viper's down.
Finesse didn't have his gun out.
Oh, Sam's 1 HP.
Spam through and once again, a complete disrespect of Sam's
Oh
utility.
no, it's because he was in the thing.
Fearless in pushing past it.
Wow. Wow, do you see this? Dude, they mollied each side. Viper molly for the first side, like the front side, and then Brim molly for the back side.
Never mind.
Boaster's
Wow.
spraying, Boaster's
And
farming.
then they combined it with a flash and a peek.
Meanwhile, NRG, they've been squelched, they've been suffocated, they've been stymied. What a stomp.
It's over, man.
2. When I first started bringing that up, I didn't
Oh
really
my
put
gosh.
in my mind that it was a real possibility. I thought, okay, yeah, maybe.
Look at this. Look what happened to Sam.
In such an, I mean, it looked
Oh,
effortless.
they're not gonna show it.
Absolutely effortless.
It's going to be an almost impossible ask for NRG to bring this thing back, but Golden Boy, do you think they can?
They're lower brackets now.
I don't know about you guys, but that looked like a good old-fashioned butt whooping. I'm just going to call a spade a spade. NRG getting completely outclassed on bind, and genuinely, you know, it's not even to me, it's not even a composition thing. Fnatic are just out-aiming them. Like, really.
What?
Has to do with the,
Well, yeah, they're out aiming them, but dude, they're out calling them so hard.
Yeah, like their details is so
the
good.
2 rounds that they get, to me, had a lot to do with the harbor, had to do with
They're like out aiming them
using
and
towards
outshotting
it,
them right
and
now.
how that
It's
was
actually crazy.
affecting Fnatic. The problem is that was good for like what, 2 rounds. The moment that Fnatic learned how to work around the timing of the high tie, of how Som was using the cascades, I think that he's the one that needs to step up maybe a little bit when it comes to the next half, because I feel that is a little bit what happened on Fracture.
Yeah. Sure, but I think NRG's strength lies in playing this composition tailored more towards the retake on the defense. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm glad Baller actually noted it. The only time that NRG have lost a defensive half was versus Nav, and it was a 7-5.
Yeah.
Time and time again, Fnatic are being rewarded for this default by an overswing, an overchallenge on one of the extremity. They were lacking value from artists once again on the stage, and that's not even
Sorry, but
individually,
flashes
just
won't work.
As an agent, they're not able to secure anything. I mean, the round that the Viper's pick comes down on B long, there's a double swing in showers from Artist and Victor. There's nothing to set that
Fnatic's
Yeah,
mid-rounding
it feels
this
like it's a lot of,
map has been
for a team
actually
that we
absurd.
praise for being so
Look at them.
good, for the individuals
They're
coming
lounging.
together and be role players. It feels like the individuals are trying to make individual plays right now, Kukuka, which
At least Alfir was.
Yeah, exactly. And now in the second
Pretty sure it was
half, also
Alfir.
the men.
What the fuck, man?
We talked ball at the beginning of the map that it felt like the greatest story that had not been told in Valorant's history, and it's been nothing but a fairy tale for Fnatic up until this point. What did you say? The 8 rounds in a row. Now NRG are on attack. You lose this pistol. I mean, wrap it up, bro.
They get him.
Might already be there.
That's it. So.
We'll see if that story includes a comeback.
I really doubt it.
Sectioning off the site, the dog does clear a lot. They should get the plant.
But they have the raise nade here, right?
The wall allows. Whoa, he has a lot of movement on top of this box. A lot of freedom there.
Yeah, they might know that they're not planning because they would plant
They're not
now.
even hitting this site though.
Yeah.
You actually do still have Chronicle here.
They're still here. They don't bite on this at all.
With the classic too. I thought it was a ghost at first when he first took down the first player.
No way. They just baited them.
Artist left.
And it's
wondering where did everybody go?
Okay,
Like,
yeah,
George
they're
the
actually getting
whole
out
time.
aimed.
I mean, NRG try to run what should be a tempting fake, and Fnatic just so disciplined, so well considered.
I think Sam has a wall off the front side. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh.
I tried to actually cut off the spike, but Molly's come in. It should outlast it.
And they put the Trailblazer right in front of it too to clear it. Dude, Fnatic are playing borderline perfect Valorant.
Got it, he got it. He's escaped. No,
No, he did not get it.
What?
Gosh, no.
Must have been so close.
He felt like he was on top of it.
I don't know how he did not get it. What? Wait,
Joins the fray with 10 seconds left.
Oh, God.
Ability on the other side, they have to dump
Oh
out
God, it's a
the blood,
blender.
and They do so.
They just turned into a smoothie.
A prime gaming flawless for Fnatic.
Yeah, I'm betting he thought the same thing.
I actually just got blended into
Because Artis stood on
protein
that A side
shake.
the entire time holding that space so that they could fall back into it. And then once he jumped up in the window, he was like, we got to just try to jump out, I guess.
Yeah, I'd love to see again his attempt to get it. Obviously, this essentially secured the round, but
he's so
Oh, he didn't.
right next to it.
He was right next.
To be so close yet so far.
Wow.
Well, you know what's
NRG's
coming
gonna
right
have
now. NRG has to
some
force.
amazing mental to keep
Absolutely
this
gotta
going.
Get something going right now. And it's straight down into laps.
It's not
It's
gonna
a good
work.
start. It looks like Alfir was just, ooh.
Dude, this
And
is
they
what I
found
mean.
it again.
The trip was great. Alfir setup was actually a little late.
Yeah, exactly.
But the trip was great. Even in the face of the Cascade, Chronicle just goes.
Nice.
An attempt at flipping the map from the attacking side. They take the teleporter. They leave Finesse behind. See if he can cut off any rotates. But anchor, because it looks like they want to rotate back towards him.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah,
They
the lamps. They got
holds that
lamps.
space. Derek is going to be able to return just in time for them to start taking that front of sight.
And look at this, Fnatic just barely fight, but you're right. Dirk is back.
Yeah, Dirk could just chill.
Only one player here right now. They still thought that there might have been a
Oh, Vic?
double step back. But Boaster will now have this flank. Spawn. Can he take down Leo? Coming around the corner right now.
I thought you had a Phantom for a second, and then I realized that's a Stinger.
You
They're on
might.
it. Damage done. Still has a Stinger though. As Dirk repositions. Can he pick it up?
Wow.
Boaster's down. They're going to be able to convert this for us unless Dirk wins a 1v2. The tap on the spike, the reposition. Victor showing a little leg, giving him a little bait. Crashes one I mean, they're just like gnats. They're just
all right, you know what?
pests.
That's good.
And they're securing the round.
No way he's trying to save.
Round by round, round by round.
Great to Bulldog for Crashes too. Off of Boaster's body down
Now
short.
imagine the storyline where they win this
needed
round,
it.
and then they win
That's
the
3
map,
light buys.
and then they win
Well,
the
that's
series.
Full force right there, obviously.
Imagine.
The only thing they can buy is
Imagine.
Stingers.
Yep. Not gonna
That's
happen.
3 light buy wins for NRG so far in this series. If there's one thing to walk away with after it, maybe that's the
Copium?
success point for NRG, which isn't really a major
Wait, no,
part
it
of the
happened
toolkit
before, right?
overall.
No.
Last year, they were one of the few teams who really just never bought any sheriffs. They just always stuck with classic ecos.
I don't think so.
Push through.
I've
Luka
seen it.
right
I've
now.
seen it happen once. I've seen it happen once in my life.
The flash shot turn! That shot was gross!
What?
That's got to be an accident.
Yeah, was that on him?
When you're down 11-3 though, better lucky than good, I guess.
Wait, dude, I actually think that
Maybe playing against Fnatic overall.
I think that was a stray bullet.
They got Dirk.
That's not
That's
even enough.
good.
It's ridiculous. These guys look just so strong. High cam, spotting the lurk through the orb.
That's a really cool cam. You just see over everything.
See that attacks that wall from Sam and the cam's above it. Well, only one spotted, but you know here, given everything else that you're hearing, where the hit is. See the flash through, they want to try to fight back sight, and they managed to get what they were looking for. Alfir Sheriff. Oh my goodness, like this? With the neural
Oh my
punch, he knows
God.
where he is, and he
Holy
punches,
fuck.
But Zam's there to greet.
No way.
Yo, I can't believe he goes for that with 1 bullet.
Bro,
Low key, I do.
The guy's been
Holy
hitting
shit, that
almost
was
every
actually
shot, so
scary.
yeah, gotta respect it. There's that first time.
Bro, what? He's aiming at his kneecap.
New patch, that won't happen. That's just crazy. Oh, that would have been one of the clutches of the century.
Yep.
I don't care what game. I don't care where. That would have been insane.
They're fighting. They're still fighting.
NRG managed to white knuckle their way to 4 rounds. But it's still so comfortably in favor of Fnatic.
I think they heard the cam. They heard the cam 100%.
Alfear, too, has been the star on this map.
They took Showers control, so NRG looked like they pressured Showers, but then Fnatic just retook it, so they don't have to rotate over. Because if they end up going A, they're just going to be playing retake A, and Alfear and Chronicle are just going to hold down Showers and then crunch like a sandwich.
Too many trips to get through.
They're up in U-Haul. Victor taking care of Durka. That was off the Trailblazer setup.
Yeah, they pushed him through, but he just kind of ran out willy-nilly, not expecting them to still be in the default setup. Just gives advantage here for NRG. They're really working the map. You've seen multiple times now where it's late fakes.
Saw him grabbing the orb. And now dumping util.
He's positioning the wall.
Leo's playing to get walled up. No. He doesn't actually go for the wall. Artist made a misclicked.
Wait, Artist slowed his team. Artist slowed the team. No.
What just happened?
With 10 seconds left, I don't know that NRG are going to be able to get out.
He just had a meltdown.
Alfie are still here.
The fuck?
Or something.
Your job to describe, man.
Artist just had a mental breakdown on stage. The Sage Wall comes out, and then the self-slow as well. They're just spraying him down. On top of that, running through the Viper Wall. What is that wall?
All right, chat. I don't think I've seen a 4-12, though.
The game is over when a mistake like that is made, not in playoffs. I wouldn't be surprised if he's getting an earful right now from Finesse. Final attempt here to keep this game alive for NRG. Final attempt where it has to be.
Dude, their money's in shambles.
A scattered
They
by,
do have Raze
with
ult
the
and Harbor
weapons.
ult, though. So if they do like a site exec with that, that'd be
Consider how
insane.
to break this Cypher setup. They already break the camera, not any of the trips, though. And unfortunately for them, Crashies
Have to win.
is starting to creep up, but he's got one of the Vandals, so he
I
can't
got
spend
to
time
win.
breaking with the Trailblazer.
Chronicle's positioning is just perfect. Just around the corner, understanding that if someone gets up in the box, he'll have the sight line on that. Victor's going aggressive for him! What on earth?
What the fuck?
I mean, it's over! It's just 2 left for NRG.
Oh, Artist has gotten on the site. Meanwhile, all of that. Which means there's not much more utility.
Can Artist make some magic happen, or does Bolster expect this? Bolster is going to expect this.
With the Spectre.
Oh, no.
Leave Crashes alone is exactly what
That's
takes
tragic.
place. He has a rifle.
Done.
So it'd have to be a 1v4 to pull this thing off, to keep the series going. And that just seems impossible.
Wow.
And it exactly is. Durka with 3, and on the graves of the fallen, Fnatic raise their flag.
That simply looked way too easy.
Damn. That hurts. That hurts to lose a second map, like your own map pick that way. That fucking hurts.
Too easy. 13-4, a 10-2 half. You're not supposed to have dominance like that against a story team like NRG. And you're certainly not supposed to have it in your first showing against the reigning champions.
All right. Who plays in this?
It'll have to be a lower bracket run
Oh damn.
for NRG and the NRG faithful.
Who plays
Been
against
there before, but recovering from that
Fnatic
is tough.
in the next
Knowing
round?
if they want a chance at this, they need to come back and beat the team. Definitely look poised to go crazy.
GX or Paper X? Okay.
You can call him meticulous, you can call him aggressive, you can call him prepared, you can call him disciplined. I mean, the list just keeps going. You could write an acrostic about him.
It's crazy. And they come into this as favorites. Maybe doubts about what their form is going to look like, yada, yada, yada. They leave this series in their first playoff games absolutely again as favorites. with big challengers still.
Damn.
But one thing I know for sure, the winner of this tournament is
Okay,
going
maybe
to
Alfier just has really loud audio or something.
It is the team to beat. And if NRG can't even come close,
Loud have lost. NRG have lost. This might just be Fnatic's tournament to win with how good they looked.
Alright, I'll be right back. I need to go to the restroom, chat.
Chronicle was insane, Alfier was insane, all the players stepped up. Not that anybody was concerned about
Wait, who's
anybody
playing
on
in
this
the
team.
other
But Dirk
bracket?
Continues to look as
For over 40 years, Life Extension has been helping people like you to find their
Dude, you
healthy
spay the-
balance
oh
of
my gosh,
exercise,
bro.
nutrition, and mindset.
star duelists, right? A lot of other teams still struggle because they don't have a star duelist that can play both Jet and Raze, but Durka fills all the boxes for that.
Dude, things like this. Chronicles hold with the classic. That double swing into short where Durka was up high and Boaster drops down low. All of those little things. They just do it, they do it. There are a couple things here because not only do they do it perfectly, but they do it regularly.
And I'm left watching these highlights. Wonder if I could forget about Bind somehow, erase my memory because the Fracture battle was insane. But why would you want to forget this when Fnatic looked so insane? This moment definitely ended the comeback for NRG possibility at least. What a game.
What a series. 13-4, a 2-0 win for Fnatic as they absolutely obliterate NRG. We'll see you guys on the other side of this break.
Respectfully, people that say stuff like this, you don't understand that Kick makes Twitch money. Like, Kick is using Twitch's service. Keep doubting Kick, it's already taken over. Fire emoji. Respectfully, people that say stuff like this, you don't understand that Kick makes Twitch money. People that say stuff like this, you don't understand that Kick makes Twitch money. Like, Kick is using Twitch's services. And if Twitch really wanted, they could just stop giving these services to Kick. But right now, they're just sitting back like, thanks, I guess. But also, honestly, I don't really care damn much. Yeah. Well, AWS is Amazon and Twitch is Amazon, so in a way it is. In a way it is. But also, I'm just a random streamer. I'm just third from like in a way it is. But also, I'm just a random streamer. I'm just saying what I've gathered from him. Keep doubting Kick.
I like that.
Fnatic, not only did they do their homework, Kukuka, but they knew that it was really dependent on the individuals executing, and they have 5 individuals who could do that to a T. Yeah.
Exactly. They just need to show up today and actually, you know, shut up a little bit of those pros on, well, not only pros, but these kind of people that think that they know everything. I think that everybody was not praying for the downfall, no, just stupid people online, you know.
The internet
is full of... No, but some people, literally, they just wanted to be like, oh no, they're just gonna
assumes that it's just the same thing, but it really isn't. This team's built different.
Yeah, but I think they also needed to make that statement, right? And they also needed to dictate how they were going to be in this event. And I think this last match specifically showed a lot of that. To me, 2 players to stand out, Chronicle and Alpha. I think that we can literally highlight all of them, but to me, that especially on the last map was something out of this world.
Yeah, I think as well, give lots of credit to Fnatic. Wake-up call for NRG. Though.
Yeah.
The Fnatic employ with the Cypher didn't even need
Bro,
to
I think that is lacking.
Don't have something. I think Direct takes it.
I'm talking about a number of times that actually NRG were feeding into it, giving away kills on the extremity, and they don't have as many options with this
he looks like it looks like
again,
something like into the Paper X team actually revitalized the team
utility, their side of the harbor utility, their side of the
and gave them even more firepower.
We're coming away from those situations like 2 for 1.
What kind of chips I get?
It was truly a dismantling of what.
Well, right now I'm eating chocolate almonds.
NRG and Fnatic,
I love chocolate almonds.
Incredibly well and had incredible coordination.
These are the dark chocolate almonds. They're really good.
A little bit more from
dark
the we actually do have
milk
to see who's over there. It's my boy Durka standing by for the Ryzen post-match interview with Yinsu. We'll see you guys on the other side.
Thank you very much, Golden Boy and the Des. I'm joined by Durka here from Fnatic.
Dude, you know how's the best chocolate almonds?
Now, over your career,
in Japan,
you have never played against NRG.
The chocolate almonds.
Now you have. What did you think of that match?
What is it? It's like Meiji or something like that.
It's
just so fucking good.
Like
my favorite.
And I've been wanting to play them for a long time, and I wanted that win too because they have been a huge core and like a really good team over the past like 2-3 years.
Now on Bind, I feel like before the Icebox Fnatic era, everybody said that you were the best team on Bind. Now Bind is back in the pool. Do you think that you can take that title again, be the best team?
I also got jalapeno, jalapeno chips.
It's good. We like the map. I think
these are really good.
Likes the map, and we really did a lot of work on it. I'm having a lot of fun. And
dude, they like the map. You guys said that they hate the map.
Missed the map
Are you trolling?
No, we're glad to be back.
You played Sova on Bind.
I have some
Chamber on
armchair
Bind,
analysts in the
Bind.
chat.
What's your favorite?
That said
What's been the most
that
fun?
Fnatic hate Bind or some
I
shit.
think Chamber. I
Really?
completely from B to A all the time.
Oh, there we
and
go.
I was calling the map too, so it was fun for me.
On the defense side, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of the calling, Mini spoke a little bit about Leo's calling on Fracture. So talk us through about, what Leo brings to the team and how does that work? Like, does Leo give some mid-round calls?
Yeah, Leo gives good mid-round calls. He remembers really good the anti-strats and reactions that we have to do, or like if certain player does this, or we can do this instead. So he brings a like good atmosphere and also like tells us what to do or when we should like re-push something because he has more information as initiator, and I think he's super good at it.
Well, very great asset to have. Thank you so much, Dirk, for joining me, and best of luck in your next game. We're going to throw to the Prime Gaming post-match highlights here, but on the back of that, we're going to be bringing you PaperX versus DRX.
Oh yeah.
It's the unstoppable force versus the immovable object. Two teams who have never had their paths crossed before, but they find themselves at a crossroads here in Tokyo as they get ready for what can only be considered one of the greatest matches that we're going to be served. It's NRG, it's Fnatic, it's time.
It's going to be another hit towards B. This time, Chronicle finding gorgeous timing, and Durka does too. It's back and forth again. Nice.
All right. Dude, I'm jealous of myself. I feel like I'm in an out-of-body experience.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Watching these two teams.
And off of the pace of Fnatic are showing.
These two teams.
And off of the pace of Fnatic are showing, NRG is going to try to fill with some of their own on the southern side, but they've got to be able to hold them back for now. On the site, in the sand, Durka drawing all over the place and getting the kills that he needs. The first half was a brawl, but the second half felt like all Fnatic all the way, and they take Fracture 13-9.
Absolutely it was. And the trades coming from Alpha, yes.
Wow. Yeah, he's loud or easy, but like I'm not gonna get break. DRX is a later.